My name is Mary Weiser, and I was born during World War I, or after, a little before. And I had two brothers that went into it, but that isn't what I want to talk about. My mother died about that time, and my father didn't know what to do with the rest of us. There were 5 children left. And so he put us in an orphanage. And I was about 13 years old, and I wasn't very big. But they put me in the kitchen to work. Everybody had a chore to do. Some of the girls sewed, some ran a machine, some sewed by hand. The ones that sewed beautifully by hand, they had the good jobs. But I guess I couldn't do that good enough to suit them. So they gave me a job scrubbing out pots, great big ones. They were almost as big as me. And sometimes they were burnt on the bottom. And most always, I was in that kitchen till after dark. And part of the time I was in there almost by myself. Everybody was gone with and done with their jobs, but not me. There I was. But enough for me. But I wanted to tell you about how many girls there were. There was quite a few of us. There must have been about 100 girls, all in all. But we had about 50 of them in our dormitory. Little girls and big girls. Well, not too big, but about my size, about 13, 14. And mostly smaller ones, so there was only a few of my size. And we got along. We had to have our hair washed every Saturday with kerosene, because somebody was always bringing in lice. And that was the only way to keep them from crawling around, I guess. And so they I worked in the kitchen, and sometimes I'd work in the dining room. And other girls did different little things like that too. And the boys worked in the baker's shop and took care of the cows and things like that. And their baker's shop, on Sunday you could walk around there. On Sunday we had off. And it smells so good, you know. And there was woods close by, and we really enjoyed it. That was out in Lowell, Illinois, and it was close to the woods, and we really enjoyed that, because most of us were city kids. And it was wonderful. Or to us, it was. To me. Yeah. And
did all the girls sleep in one room then, or did you have your own bedrooms?
All these, no, we had a dormitory, and all those girls slept together. And I don't know where the bigger girls slept, but you could only stay there till you're 16. When they were 16, they went to work. At that time, they let you go and work at 16.
You couldn't stay after 16?
No.
No, you had to leave?
Uh-huh. And, well, they prepared you to, they taught you some sort of trade, or they were pretty good about it. And the boys, too, they learned things. They were pretty good. They really showed us what to do, and they were nuns there,
Is that who took care of you,
yeah,
nuns?
The nuns.
How many nuns were there?
Oh, we had quite a few. We had, must have been about 30 that I know of. And there was a nunnery, place for them to go and rest and get away from us, Because I guess that was a big job to have us on their necks all the time. And so I guess they change, once in a while they change partners and so that they wouldn't get too tired.
But there was always someone there if you needed.
Oh, there was always somebody there. Always. And they'd always get a doctor for you if you needed. But, and they had a infirmary and sick places, and if you had sore throats or anything, they took care of you. So it wasn't too bad.
Did you all have a certain time you had to eat? Did you get to go?
Yeah.
You had special times you had to go eat? You couldn't just eat whenever you wanted?
Oh, no. We didn't see the food. All I saw was pots and pans. I didn't even see the butter I made.
Oh.
I made the butter, there was a big barrel, and it was on little trestles, and it had a handle on it, and you just kind of twisted it, and it would roll, and it would make butter, and and your arms would ache, but you had to do it.
That was your job, so that's what you had to do?
That was part of my job, too.
Did you do that job, scrubbing pots and pans, the whole time you were there? 3 years?
Yeah, well, I wasn't there that long.
You weren't there that long?
No, I wasn't there that long. But I was there long enough to learn a few things.
Did you get a snack, though, in the middle of the day?
My sister was there pretty long, and my little brother, because they were young.
Did you get a snack, though, in the middle of the day
One
somewhere?
of the nuns, I was a pet to her, and she used to sneak me things. But one time she gave me a cupcake, and it had a bunch of hair in it. And after that, I couldn't eat nothing she gave me.
Oh, that's terrible.
You know how sometimes you'll find things in...
Yeah, and it just makes you sick.
Yeah, it does.
When did you finally get out of the orphanage?
Oh, I was about 15 and a half or something, about a year later. I went to do housework and go to school. They had places where you could do that. They only gave me $3 a week.
Oh, not very much.
Well, that's enough for car fare, And I'd go downtown, and I took a business course at that time. Did me no good whatever. I finished the course and never went after a job.
Do you know what happened to your brothers and sisters?
Oh, yeah.
They got out. Did they get out about the same time as you, or?
No, they didn't get out till later, much later. But I didn't. I couldn't help them, It was up to my father anyhow. He had to sign things in order to get them out. Unless he'd die, then the next responsible person would be able to get him out, get them out.
Did you keep in contact with him when you were in the orphanage? Did you know where he was?
Oh, yeah. He'd come and see us once in a while.
Oh, yeah.
Only you had to come by train. I'd go and see the kids after I got out, you know. I'd come back and see the children.
Uh-huh.
And even after they come out, I'd go back and see the nuns. And
Uh-huh. Your favorite nun?
yeah, I never saw her unless they took her somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah.
They might have put her somewhere.
And do you know if the orphanage still exists?
Now I don't know that. I was just wondering.
Where was it located, the orphanage?
In Lyle, Illinois.
Mm-hmm. And you don't know
It
if it's
shouldn't
still...
be too hard to locate, but I just never did.
Well, thank you, Mary Weiser, for telling us about your life in the orphanage.
You're welcome.